Why do I look like a balloon? A sweaty balloon. Very wet balloon. Ugh. Okay. Third graders. Had a petting zoo today. Stop. Stop it. No. That's enough fluff. That's fine. Okay. Third graders. Was a third grade teacher. Oh, what am I talking about? I was a fourth grader today. Fourth grade teacher today. Oh. Had a petting zoo today. Um, I should say that I'm titling these subbing as a music teacher, not for a music teacher. So if I was subbing for a music teacher, I would be a music teacher. But I'm subbing, and by trade, I am a music teacher. So I'm a music teacher who's teaching everything but music, and it's hard. It is very hard. You'd think teaching math, you could kind of go into the same rhythm you do with music when you go into sight reading and then um, some kind of rhythm analysis and understanding the piece, so like contextual learning and historical background, but how do you do that with math? And I'm sure you could, but I'm a sub. I plan. I get there an hour before, and I have an hour. I have an hour to make sense what I've been given, and I applaud. I applaud subs for what they do. The good ones, at least. Apparently, this is the second time in the row where everyone that kind of I got introduced to was like, "Good luck today," and I was like, "What? Am I gonna get stabbed, or are the fourth graders gonna turn on me when I turn my back or something?" It's the second time, but I think it's because typically they get older guys. I'm not being ageist. I just asked. Was it an old guy? And I was correct. That was a stereotype schema for my brain. It was correct. That doesn't mean anything like that, but typically they have older guys um, that sit there on the desk and are like, "Stop that," and the thing doesn't stop. And they're like, and they do that for maybe like a sprinkler left and right, like a camera that no one's watching, and then they do that for like 8 hours, and then the kids go home, and they just hand out things. I don't want to be that teacher because then you just wasted their time and you wasted your time because you're a sub and you've wasted time from everybody. Anyways, petting zoo. There's a petting zoo today. That an owl, a chinchilla, and something else. I don't remember. Uh, there's not that many kids in the school. There's maybe 100, maybe. It has 3, 4, 5 graders, and I think it went really well. Like presentation wise, went well. Now the the back of the presentation, the things that the kids don't see. So if they wanted a picture, they'd have to bring money. If they wanted any of the products, they'd have to bring money, and they have to have a signed permission slip marking what they want with the money. I got and this I'm sure they've had a week to prepare for this, but I come in the day of course. I come in, it's my third day of teaching, of subbing, Tuesday. Yeah, third day. And they're like, hey, here are the things. Bring them. You'll need them probably. Didn't tell me how I should organize. Didn't tell me where. You know what? It's becoming a complaining fest. Hold up. It's not anyone's fault. Maybe. However, reflecting, things could have been better if I had known, and I will know for the future, uh, that given this bag of money, I should organize so that everyone has an own envelope with their name marking it, not just a piece of paper, not just like some of them didn't even have parent signatures. And then some of them had parent signatures and what to mark, but didn't have their name, like the student's name. So I was like, whose mom is Michelle? And then some other times you'd have the name, the mark, but not the parent signature. So I'm just like, where'd you get this money? So could have been an envelope, kind of like a boosters thing or a fundraiser. Could have been that. And again, there was a big pile. There's just a pile. And I was like, okay, great. But the examples I just gave were part of the pile. And then more examples of what I gave were handed to me the day of with money. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to put in this bag and something like that. Afterwards, we sat for like 20 minutes and we're just like, who needs a picture? Okay, line up against the door. Everyone else stand still. Now, telling the fourth graders to stand still does not work. They need to be somewhere. They need to be doing something. They can't just be in a loud room while all these teachers figure out how to corral their, yeah, whatever. It's okay. A snafu, little snafu from a teacher and a principal. I think everyone was a little stressed, but it worked out. You know, everyone survived the day. I wish no harm upon anybody. We just realistically look what happened and then think of realistic solutions. Yep. Um, yeah. The fourth graders, fourth grade in general, very weird time. You have people who, um, all of them were just third graders, but they're not quite top dog. So they're in this middle stage. I'm doing things behind the camera. I should do it from. They're in the middle, not quite fifth graders, and they're past third graders. So they get like double the job. Double their job is be better or be an example for third graders, be better than fifth graders. Fifth graders have be an example for fourth and third. Third graders have um, be better than fourth and fifth. So have that expectation. But third, they have to show an example and try to be better than fifth graders. And by better, I mean like quiet when they're together. So they're more quiet, they're more attentive, they're more focused, they are in a line, they're not fidgeting, they're not punching people, they're not, those things. Um, and that gets them motivated. That slightly gets them motivated. The class had some different kinds of ticks. Not ticks, that sounds derogatory. Chips that people would give, or the teacher would give for anyone doing good things. So there's positive uh, reinforce, or no, sorry, there's award systems, and there are also negative reinforcements. So, for example, they have extra recess time, but every time they're talking over me or they blurt out their answers, I erase one letter. And by the recess time or after math time, if they still have at least one of the letters, they will get either 10 minutes of extra recess time or just some extra free time later in the day. They didn't get it. they, they just didn't earn it, uh, which wastes my time. So I get like even a smaller lunch. Oh, and also instead of the gym, instead of gym, the zoo went over into their gym time. So they're already cranky. They're like, I want gym. I need gym. And I'm like, I don't know who Jim is. So I hit them with one of those and they're like, and they're like laughing and crying. So very needy, but not as needy as second graders. Some of them can even be their own teachers and can help other peers into teaching. Third, fourth, and fifth kind of seemed like to be that leadership role time where they really start fitting into those types of roles. So second graders can be like line leader and task taker and or not task taker, like hand out lunch and cards and pass out papers. But third graders, they get like, wow, it's really raining. Oh, all my guinea pigs are getting scared. Yeah, we're supposed to have a really big storm. Anyways, third, fourth, and fifth, they get like be an example for outside of your class. You're going to um, make sure everyone at recess has your stuff, has their stuff into the bins. You are um, I want you to teach this person this equation. Do not give them the answer. Stuff like that. Instead of showing, they actually describe and explain how they got to one thing to another, and then they help that person with examples and other stuff. That's when they're really. Oh, it's getting real loud. Okay, I think this is good enough. Uh, some other fun facts about me. I want a jalapeno farm. I need better shoes. I shaved today. I want better glasses. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. Dear God, thirsty. You do not know how thirsty you are unless you take a drink. It's insane. If you're having a headache, if you are tired, if you are, you know, dry throat, and you think it's just, I've been talking a lot, you need water. 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 Okay. Okay. Water. And I pick on him a lot, but in like a fun way. Let's see, what was an example? I picked on one of them. I guess the gym thing. I love Jim. I like Jim. I was like, who's Jim? I don't know who this Jim is. Or just like, sometimes I'll just say, if I get a question wrong, I'm not afraid to say that I'm dumb. And he's like, man, you're dumb. And I'm like, your face is dumb. And he goes, oh, my face? And I'm like, yeah, what about it? And he goes, well, you're. And I was like, you want the office? He goes, yeah, I'm dumb. And he goes, okay. I say, okay. So, but it's all jest. And then I bump them, get a little fist bump, and they're all good to go. I haven't shown my guinea pigs. Here's their cage. It's really big. I could probably, that's probably half my body. It doesn't look very big with the camera, but there's Bean. There's two others in there. There's Kiwi, who's probably in the corner. Oh, there goes Bean. Kiwi is underneath, if you can see her under the ramp, and then Pepper, I think, is right behind her. Yep, in the darkness. So there's all three of them. And you can see my balding head that one day that I'll probably have and look like a normal teacher and everyone will hate me. Yeah, stopping's hard, but we're going to continue. I'm more tired than I ever have been in a while, but we're going to keep going. I got a compliment at the very end of the day and said, the secretary and someone else, I don't know who it was, but they were like, we've had very, very nice compliments from you because they were like, good luck, but I think I handled it all right. So yeah, but I got some compliments from other teachers, and feels good. We're gonna keep grinding. We're gonna keep going. It's my third day, and we got some improvement and growth, but we've also got a lot of the same thing to go through. So it's been a long 3 days. We're gonna continue all the way till May. It's the goal, all the way to May. All right. Well, goodbye. Bon voyage. Oh wait, I need a thumbnail. Okay. And then they should auto generate that. I only use the auto generate ones. I don't like I even picked the auto generated one. And then YouTube said you're gonna get the one where you're eating rice. I don't know. I literally chose a fine one and then it switched back to the rice right when it uploaded. So okay. Goodbye. Goo.